Here this morning with Tux and Mama. That's good. You guys eat. Yes, should I feed you now? Okay. Don and I are headed to Bass Lake Park. It's 6 miles, 13 minutes away from South Park, which we're going past right now. It is 79 out here this morning. I think that's probably fairly accurate. It's in the mid to upper 70s. It's not quite as cool and refreshing as yesterday, but it's also not normal June oppressive either. It's somewhere in between. I guess we've got some rain coming in the first of the week from whatever that tropical disturbance is out in the Gulf, and we surely could use the rain. So we slept in a whole big 15 minutes this morning, right, Donnie?
That's right.
I asked him at midnight when we were going to bed, you got the alarm set for 7:15, which is what we've been setting it for. And he said, no. He said, you want me to set it? I said, yes. He set it for 7:30. He says, how's that for compromise? I said, that works great for me.
Yeah.
Well, we've been doing a little better, I think, since we've been getting up and going to sleep at a more consistent time instead of bigger deviations on the weekend. I know we just take a nap if we need to, because, you know, we're old farts, but yeah, I think that's the consistent bedtime and wake time is a admirable goal if you can do it. I don't know. We talk this talk now when it's bright in the morning and it's summertime and it's warm and it's not the school routine. Don't quote me on that come August moving into September, okay? Cut me some slack then. Be tying my knot and holding on at that point. Yeah, this is technically just inside the Holly Springs city limit, but at Fuquay and Holly Springs, I think they both have some of the parkland. The only interesting thing about this park, well, interesting is not the right word, frustrating thing is the parking. Yeah, the parking can be problematic over here.
Not supposed to make that turn.
So they've paved it since the last time we were here. And it looks pretty darn full. There is another parking lot we can try.
Okay, well, we'll go try that other parking lot.
Which may or may not be any better. I mean, there is technically a spot to park in there, but it wouldn't be a spot we would particularly want to park at. Yeah, this park just has a lot of open land and not much parking. So I'll put up the trail, but basically it's a completed trail, although you do have to walk this sidewalk here. It's 2 miles around the lake. It is 2 miles. So Dawn is going to run this morning and I'm going to walk, and we'll sort it out. I did bring my big camera. Parking lot full. Let's see what it says. Find space on Sug Farm. So they're saying Sug Farm has more parking also. This lot has space. I guess the point I was making is it doesn't matter where we enter the loop here. We even got an end spot. Yeah, to your left. Just gonna pull in here. Yeah. Doesn't matter where we enter the trail. It'll be the same 2 mile loop regardless. He's psyching himself up. Yeah, he said 2 times around for him, It's probably
Around an
the
hour.
equal to an hour,
Yeah.
or the same time as me walking at one time with, and I am going to carry the bigger camera. And I agree with him, that's about right. Because we've been doing a little over 2 miles and a little under an hour. So add in photos, at the most, that's probably a 15-minute ad for me. Two
Right.
times around for him is going to be a little over an hour. So we'll just plan to meet back at the car. Well, I'm sure he'll pass me on the trail and I'll catch him and I'll wave and all that good stuff. But I think that'll work out good. And we'll find out this time, so we'll know for next time.
Right, yeah. I mean, this is a tricky. This hill is a long hill. It's got, we're pretty serious hill on this thing, and you go down this side and up the other way, or vice versa. All I'm saying is that this is around the lake's nice and flat, but this got
A couple of hills.
a couple serious hills in it. And the other thing which is good about this, although I see they've mulched it really well, the last time we were here it was extremely uneven ground. There were tree roots and everything. I mean, if you were trying to push a stroller on this, you'd on the hill part,
Right.
down around the lake was
More
no
well
problem.
maintained, yeah.
But up the hill, due to erosion and other issues, there was a lot of tree roots and a lot of tricky ground. Like I said, I wouldn't want to. You'd basically have to carry the stroller.
Yeah, it's been a little over a year, maybe a year and a half before COVID. It was a Pokemon Go Community Day event. Don came up here and he ran while I played Pokemon, and so we have been here a couple times. I've been out on the lake in a canoe before with the kids and all that good stuff. You can see there were more spots here. People like to go to the other place because they just want the view and they don't really want to walk the trail. And Jules has a great spot here, as we saw. So that's good too. Go, Donnie, go! Yeah. You can sort of see the map. Same one basically I put up a while ago. So I can't dawdle more than 15 or 20 minutes. That was sort of the information I received prior to getting out of the car. The whole trail is not in the shade, but there is a large part of it is. I'm almost to where you can see the lake, and there's a really great view of the lake from the majority of this trail, which is one of the reasons why it's so popular. You know, Yates Mill even has other trails than the Mill Pond Trail, but if I can't see the water while I'm walking, I don't want to walk over there. So while I have done the other trails, all of them, I just levitate back to the Mill Pond Trail. Yeah, the heavy camera around my neck is affecting my walking stride a little bit. So when I'm not filming, I'm holding it so it's not sloshing around. But right now, since I've got my phone in one hand and the vlogging camera in the other hand, it is probably making me a little more jumpy than normal. I don't know where it considers that the trail started, but it's telling me I'm at 0.75 miles at that spot. Yeah, I'll just end up back in the parking lot, come up that sidewalk that's out along Bass Lake Road, and you know, be done with my walk. But it's, you know, it's 2 miles around. Thank goodness it's a loop. I don't know if it was a loop when it was first opened, but it's a loop now. You'll see the spot where there's a bridge that crosses the narrowest part of the lake. All right, now we're out of the dense woods. And you can see the lake. The boathouse and bathrooms are on the other side of that big bush there, back from where I came. The nice thing about Don wearing that yellow shirt today is when he's on the far bank running past over there, I will probably be able to see him. Like I said, I don't exactly know how they're tracking that, but that one says a mile. I'm envious of all the people out there in the canoes. I don't think you can call this the quote-unquote halfway point for the trail, but it is basically halfway around the lake and the best view of the lake in both directions. Oh, and there's a great blue heron. Well, I did get some head close-ups. Like I figured he's not very afraid of people since he hangs out over here all the time. Hello, pretty boy. Or girl, I don't really know. That green stuff there that doesn't look like much, I think it's called jewel flower. And it has hummingbird attracting little orange buds and soon probably, but not today. You are allowed to fish here, and there is a nice quiet fishing spot. I won't go bother him to get the view of the lake. There's other places to look at the lake. In 23 minutes I've gone 0.8 miles, so that's not too bad. It's not ridiculously slow, but it is a little slower than my normal pace since I'm carrying the camera and also stopping to take a few pictures here and there. Great breeze this morning. I didn't realize though there were so many people that like to fish while they were out in the canoes. No dawn yet. I'm a little surprised. You know, the reason why he is the 1.5 mile mark, the reason why he was going around twice is because, you know, his normal run is like 3 miles. So just going around once was going to be a little short for him. There's really no way, there is no way he could have passed me and me not seen him, so he just hasn't been around yet. But fear not, I have a long way to go out there against the road and everything to get, you know, I'm just shy of halfway through, even though it seems like I'm farther than that around the lake. You can see the boathouse now, some turtles. I'm getting there. I've been passed by not less than 20 runners, 10 families with dogs, and another 10 families with strollers. It's a busy park this morning. I'm here at the 1.75 mile marker now. Looking back straight ahead is where the bridge was at the other side of the lake. So they try to encourage putting fishing line in the special recycling bin so that the wildlife doesn't get tangled up in it and injured. I'm sure the majority of people that fish here are responsible about it. There are a few signs up about the staff working with regulators to repair the trail. I haven't seen any serious repair issues, but yeah, I'm sure there is regulations about what you can do and not do here. Alright, I'm here at the boathouse. If I had to guess, Don has decided not to go around twice. Otherwise, I don't know. He ran past me and I didn't see him. Well, no pressure for him to go twice. Whatever feels right, whatever feels good.
I didn't even see it.
And there are restrooms up there and refreshments and where you can rent the canoes and the John boats. I think I know what this is. Do you guys know? I think it's where they've are trying to grow mushrooms. Those black dots are the spores. Edible mushrooms. Mushrooms, you know what they are. I did a class one time. That's how I know. I went someplace and we did it and then brought it home. You just do a drill and then you put the spore in and then you just, I guess it's got to get a certain amount of air. That room there on the end of the boathouse, people do all kind of activities there, wedding receptions, weddings on the balcony, graduation parties, that kind of stuff. So they do have some facilities here. Thank you F3 for mulching the Bass Lake Trail summer and fall of 2020. Well, it looks in good condition to me, so they did a great job. There are always some really nice butterfly flowers here. This is a little butterfly trail, they call it. I see the red is bee balm, very pretty. I don't see any butterflies though. Well, it's a definite improvement that they've paved the parking lot here. You can see a lot of folks fish right up here by the boathouse. I can't say I blame them. There's chairs and it's open and all that good stuff. Sometimes you can watch the birds on that island out there, but it's pretty grown up right now. I haven't seen any double-crested cormorants today. Normally there's a lot of them. Well, the dam is not gushing too much today. I see they've done some improvements here with the rocks since the last time I was here. Fed by 3 creeks, this lake once powered a grist mill and it has been a favorite spot for fishing, family picnics, and baptisms for 150 years. So, way cool. Opened to the public in 2004 is the current park. Alright, well this is a super duper pleasant surprise because they have finished the trail that does not make you go out on the sidewalk near the street. This was not here finished a year and a half ago. You could kind of see they were working on it, but it wasn't finished. So I am super excited not to have to be closer to the road. I mean, it's a nice wide trail, but people are going by on that curve at 45 miles an hour, and who wants to deal with that, right? All right, there's the 0.25 mile marker. These flowers sure are pretty. Don't see any butterflies though, and really not any dragonflies here. But it's just as well, because otherwise I would possibly not meet my agreed upon time back to the parking lot. I would say I'm on schedule for an hour and 15 minutes as planned. What a pretty spot. I have seen some wet dogs going around today. Some of the dogs have found a spot to take a dip, and I think that's total. People can't swim here, but the dogs are welcome to get wet. You're allowed to fish on the bank, hang out on the bank wherever the bank actually touches the lake. You just can't go walking through where it's, you know, 10, 15, 20 feet away. So this bridge is new. Capacity 20,000 pounds. Don and I have studied these bridges. You can see the car bridge there on the other side. This is an awesome addition to the park, this pedestrian bridge. Well, it's definitely a beautiful house there. I'm glad they worked it out so that people can stay off of the sidewalk and be on the trail back to the parking lot. Hopefully everyone is nice and respectful when they come by. I don't mind being pushed a bit, but my heart rate's at 162. This gradient back to the parking lot goes on for quite some time, let's just say. Downhill that way, uphill this way. But I see cars in the bathroom now. Yay! I like a challenge. Maybe not at the end of the trail. Maybe the right answer is next time the other way. But like Don said, getting back to this parking area, it's uphill at the end in either direction. There's the 0.5 mile marker. I'm at 52 minutes and 1.8 miles right now. And Jules is just around this corner. Climate's on. Don's not here. I'm not worried. I'm just slightly puzzled. I'm only at 1.8 miles, so I'll probably stand around and walk a little bit more till he gets here and try to get to my 2. If only I knew for sure which way he went. I use Google location services to tell that Don is basically down near the parking lot. The only thing I can think of is he went past me, and somehow I was just so engrossed in whatever I was doing that I didn't see him. Although I would have thought he would have hollered out at me. No biggie. Anyway, we'll catch up with him in a minute. And if it means I have to walk up this hill twice today, oh well. There's my Donnie. I know all about this hill. You're doing great. You're doing fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
2 miles, 59 minutes, and my heart rate's at 165 coming off that hill. I'm just shy of 6,000 steps.
Way cool. Hang on just a second. A lot of hard points is doing its thing. 4.16 miles it said.
So you did go around twice. How did I not see you go past me?
I didn't. You took an hour to go around. In other words, I left and then you just stayed slightly ahead of me all the way around.
I was expecting you to come past me.
Well, I'm not that. I know, Sylvia. Thank you. I appreciate
Well, no,
that.
I just did the math. I was going half as fast as you, I thought. But I guess that at the end. Yeah. Okay. I missed you. It wasn't a commentary on your speed. Quit it.
You gotta understand, that was a serious hill. In the sun, I might add.
My heart was at 165. Believe me, I know how. But it was a little more shaded than out there on the sidewalk.
I agree.
It's an improvement that they've opened that up. I really enjoyed it. Well, you did great.
Thank you.
You did great. I'm sorry my math wasn't better.
It's all right, sweet pea. It's not a problem. All I was saying is,
well, this is longer than your normal run.
Yeah.
You haven't been running every day.
Well,
it's hotter out here today. I mean, there's lots of things.
Right. Well, what it is also is the first time I went across the bridge and I didn't know that trail was through. The last time we were here,
it wasn't through.
It wasn't through. And of course, as I ran across the bridge, I was able to see the new footbridge they put in down there, which bridge.
Sure.
And so, but I have to say, in some respects, running at the street is a little, it's further, but it cuts out one of those, because you stay level with the lake.
Road, right. It cuts out a little bit of the grade.
And then you have to climb that hill
to
get back up to the main trail. And this one kind of keeps you level till you get to the main trail, so you don't have to climb that hill.
Well, you did great. I'm sorry for the couple of times in the video I'm like, Donnie's not come up behind me yet, but I didn't really think about it till I was near the boathouse. I guess I figured you'd pass me near the boathouse.
Yeah, well, you know.
You did great. I'm not complaining.
Thank you.
Missed you, but glad you got in a good run at the same time. I told Don I need another couple thousand steps, so I had him drop me off over here at the trailhead for the Jeff Wells Trail, and he's going to meet me at the environmental park in 25 minutes and pick me up. I was willing to walk all the way home, but you know, that road is not nice to be out on. Sorry, I shouldn't have cut across. I won't do that next time. I wasn't using my head, I was running my mouth. Anyway, this trail's mostly in the shade, and I'm very used to it now, walking it with Dawn, and I feel safe, and boy, those kids are having a good time. Can I go get wet underneath the bucket one time? Need a little kid to take over there, or my big kid to be hot enough to want to get wet. He should be a camp counselor, Johnny. He's always really good with the little kids. I told him I figured it's about 25 minutes to the environmental park, something like that. So to meet me around 11-ish. He may cool down, take a shower, and come back, or I don't know. Yeah, it's another one of those cases where if we could have sent the car to meet us on the other side, I'm sure he wouldn't have minded walking with me. Because he needs to cool down before he can hop in the shower. He can't just, you know, stop right away and hop in the shower. He'll just still be hot. Oh, and I did remember to start my outdoor walk again. I don't want to, you know, not get credit for my walk, my additional walk. I really felt up to it. It's wanting to get 10,000 steps today and being able to sort of pile up this afternoon if I want to without worrying about it. But it's also that, you know, I feel pretty good, so why not walk some more? There's such a serious breeze that even walking on this part of the trail that's in the sun isn't a big deal. It just feels pleasant. The humidity's up today, no doubt, but it's still a nice breeze. And I'm almost to the shady part. I got the sunny part over early. I only passed a couple other people on the trail, and lots of cardinals, squirrels, and a few robins. Nothing else exciting today. Oh, he was eating the mushroom. They do like mushrooms. I think the red Model 3's here. And I've walked it in 20 minutes instead of 25, which is good. Well, of course, I'm not exactly at the parking lot yet, but I'm close enough. I'm close enough. I have no doubt Don will be along any minute. The Model 3 owners came to the car, and he recognized me, even not inside of Ruby. And I told him the white Model Y is my husband's car. And he's like, we were wondering who that was. Now you know. Oh wow, look at this older car, Compass Classic. Don't ask me to tell you what it is though. Very nice.
I brought you some water.
Thanks. Oh, I'm at 9,131 steps now. Should be easy peasy to get the rest of my steps today. You gonna do a tuxie roll for me? Hi. Hello. Come this way. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Oh, there you are. Marty, that's not smart. It's not Stripe, it's Tux. Don and I are back out in Jules. I have a return to Target, something I bought earlier this week that didn't work out, so He's gonna give me door service since I got all my steps today, and just get us out of the house for just a little drive this afternoon. It's 3 p.m. so it's like a little too early to cook. And yeah, it's gotten hot though. It feels it out there now. Don and I were just admiring how pretty the lilies are. I don't know what variety it is, but I'm sure it's not Stella de Ora. They're a little shorter to the ground and a little smaller flower. But these are pretty. Target is very, very crowded. I do see Don and Jules down at the far end. I told them to back in down there. That was a safe spot and a good spot to see me coming. I just could not have foreseen the exact amount of crowd that's here. I know you still can't see Don, but he is there. Wow, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Just checking out what's going on with the paving and the lows, and they've done some paving. The store still is not open. There's cars there, but not in the close to the store, like in the where an employee would park instead. There's been some progress, but still pretty slow going, and there's all this mess out here for drainage and turn lanes and stuff. And
yeah, they got a lot of asphalt.
Oh, please finish it soon.